I'm Chrissy Chin, XRN with no business degree turned CEO of a 7-figure brand. But it wasn't all that long ago that I was craving more money and time and was desperate to figure out how to create the life I dreamed of. After a few failed attempts and lessons learned every step of the way, I reached my goals of building a powerful, standout brand online that I have today. A brand that gives me more freedom than I ever thought possible and is serving thousands across the globe, changing their lives every day. I created the Badass is the New Black podcast to give you the confidence in your already badass self and equip you with the business knowledge in a no-fluff, step-by-step way so you can put it into action now and build your own powerful standout brand online. A brand that attracts your ideal clients that are ready to buy and learn how to scale your business through automation just like I did, so you can work less and enjoy more of your life. If you are a new or experienced ambitious entrepreneur or in network marketing ready to turn your side hustle into a real business you love, make an impact on the world, and create the life you dream of, you are in the right place, my friend. Let's dive in. Hey friend, what's up? All right, so I was asked recently, what were a few of the reasons why I started my business? And so I'm going to have this be a little part series, and this is going to be part number 1. And one of the biggest reasons that I started my business was time. I wanted time freedom. So let's talk about that in today's episode. So when I graduated from school, I went to nursing school and I got done with school and I had a job right away, which was amazing because this was in 2009. And so for some people, it was hard to find a job right out of college. And so I was so grateful that I was able to get a job right away. There were all these nursing positions available, but you are the low man on the totem pole. So that meant that I was working nights and I was definitely working weekends, every other weekend. I remember that was my schedule. And then certainly working holidays. And if you do not have seniority, then you have to work most of the holidays that people want to have off. So definitely Christmas. I think there was always like you either got Thanksgiving off or you got Christmas off. But I remember I worked Christmas a lot and just kind of missed out on a lot of things. And so that was, I think, something I didn't never thought about when I was in college. Like, okay, what is the lifestyle that I want? Was always just like, what would I maybe be good at? What am I interested in? And it sort of felt like this rushed decision to make when you're in college and you're young and you don't really know. And I remember hemming and hawing of like, am I smart enough to be a nurse? And I would ask all these people that were nurses and I would compare myself to them. Like, okay, if they can make it through school, then I can make it through school. And so I made it through, but then I was stuck with this schedule that I hated. And the reality was, how long was I going to be stuck in this schedule? And so I don't know if you're out there listening. Maybe you're not a nurse. Maybe you're not working third shift or weekends, but maybe you are feeling trapped in not having the time freedom that you want and the availability and the flexibility to go do more of what you love. And that was something that I really craved and really desired, and just kind of felt like, gosh, am I going to be stuck working the schedule, these long hours, these weekends, these nights, these holidays, and missing out on a lot of the things that I really want to be doing. I really want to be enjoying my life more and spending time with my friends more and spending time with my family more. This was the time I had actually gotten out of a really controlling marriage. And so even more, just imagine, even more freedom that I was just craving because I was finally free from that. But then I was feeling trapped in these other ways. And so I was personally like desperately trying to find just all this freedom, and time freedom was just a big one for me. I had missed out on family things and friend things because I was trapped in this controlling relationship for so long. And so finally it was like, oh, I have some freedom. And then it was like, wait a minute, no, you don't. You're working evenings and you're working the weekends when your friends are doing stuff. And so I think it really affected me a lot more than maybe just the average person, but that's just a part of my story and a part of my journey and a part of the reasons why I do what I do and wanted what I wanted. And so your story, thinking about your story and why you want the things you want, we all have a past. And so just thinking about that a little bit of like, what do you want? And so for me, it was the time freedom. I wanted to be able to just pick up and go when I could. And I wanted to be able to move if I wanted. So I just wanted a lot of freedom and flexibility. And I talk about this a lot, especially when other people are interviewing me, because I end up talking about my story a lot. Let's take a tiny little break from this badass podcast to talk about Kajabi, or as my husband calls it, Punjabi. Babe, it starts with a K. Kajabi. This is the platform that literally makes all the magic happen. It's plug and play, no coding necessary. And guess what, you guys? The best thing about it is that you get your very own mobile app with it. I looked into building an app and it was going to be over $100,000. You get your own right there. The platform is so affordable too. So instead of paying for individual platforms like your CRM system, which is going to host your email, your landing pages, which is going to capture your email, your website, which is going to be where all the magic happens, a community space, it's literally all in one. So it doesn't matter if you want to host courses, educational classes, have libraries in there for your team. This is absolutely the way to go. And I have a month free for you to check it out. So hop over to my website, thechrissychin.com/Kajabi, Kajabi, and you can check out a month for free. I cannot wait to see what you create. Please do me a favor, send me a DM, send me an email once you've created something so I can see it and check it out. Can't wait for you to get started and scale your business like a badass boss. All right, let's get back to the podcast. And that is with the first business that I started after, when I was a nurse and I was exploring this idea of entrepreneurship and finding something that I could do that provided me with more financial freedom, which we will talk about next episode, but really this time freedom, and realized after investing money and time into this business of becoming a muscle testing practitioner, because that was aligned with my health and wellness, wanting to really help people with health prevention and stay healthy in their lives and find resources, supplements, and healthy ways to keep their body healthy or get healthy. And I realized very quickly, not quick enough because I invested time and money, but thankfully I didn't really build up a practice, because I realized, oh gosh, if I build up a practice and I have patients that are coming to see me in this office, I will be trapped or controlled by the schedule that I hold. And so thankfully I realized before, I had invested, too much, or building this whole practice, that wait a minute, this is not what is for me. And just had to go with a different route and sort of just take a break. I didn't know what was going to be next for me, but it was just like, okay, this is not it. So let me just, keep doing my nursing thing. Something will come up. I will figure it out. And I did, and that led me into network marketing, where of course I said, no, I'm not going to do network marketing as a business, like most people say. And then very quickly realized, oh, wait a minute. I can have the time freedom that I really want. I found myself just sharing about these products that I was absolutely loving with friends and people that were in my life, and got that paycheck. And I was like, whoa, like I literally just had lunch with a girlfriend and a check showed up in my mailbox. And so that for me was like, wow, I could really have the lifestyle that I want. And that really got me thinking more about what is the lifestyle that I want. What do I want my future to look like in 5 years? Let's work on setting up or getting involved in a business that can provide that lifestyle for me. And so that's what I just encourage my students over and over and over again, whether they're in the Build a Blissful Business course, or just if you listening to this podcast episode, think about your life in 5 years and in 10 years. I mean, you can think about what you want your life to be like right now, what you want your ideal, like, okay, if I could just flick that magic wand and you could be living the life of your dreams, what would that look like? And so basically to analyzing your business and how you're running your business or building your business right now to determine, okay, I can't have that lifestyle tomorrow because I got to do some work to get there. But am I doing things right now to make sure that I achieve that lifestyle sooner rather than later? So that's what I love focusing on with my students is, building that blissful business that makes you happy, but is also going to catapult you into that lifestyle that you absolutely love and you dream about. So think about that until next week. And we will talk about our second piece to this little series is thinking about the lifestyle that you want and the time freedom that you want. And are you doing things now in your business to make sure that you are reaching that dream lifestyle that you want to have and that time freedom that you want to have? All right, you have a lot to think about until next week, and we'll talk about the second piece to this little series.